What's going on, everybody? It's Travis Moody here, Toy Kind of Mood. Got another review video for you today, and it is the Gridiron Studios Gridmas haul. But before that, and Check Point Bravo breakdown, we've got mega news with Gridiron Studios and Operation Monster Force Season 3. Yes, news for Season 3 before even Season 1 lands this spring. Gridiron is super duper excited, of course, to introduce, finally, we got Gridiron figures, y'all. We've been asking them for, what, 2 years now. You guys doing figs? You got the molds, you got the bucks, what's going on? But we got them. The first Gridiron figure will be the Gridiron Commando, and it includes a portrait of the Mars Maestro himself, Mark Van Cannon, aka the leader, the commander, Gridiron weapon supplier. In addition to the fresh Monkey Fiction new head sculpt of the Gridiron Commander is a limited edition Gridiron Commando warhead. It's gold weathered and gonna be awesome for, of course, Monster Force and your G.I. Joe Classified. You can get that now. It is currently shipping over at gridironprops.com. All right, it's Gridiron Studios, Gridiron Props review time. Speaking of head sculpts, got this delicious new Phantom Black Gridiron Death Squad skull head. Number 2, of course, great for your custom figures. And I got them equipped with the G36K Heavy. We got the grenade launcher on there. Just all around terrific. Nice little quick kit bash. I had an extra one of these Crimson Alley Vipers, and I actually threw it on Macari because I was good with 2, you know. I did 4 of the original Alley Vipers, my favorite troop builder of all time. But I was like, nah, I only need 2 of the specialty ones. But once I came across this sculpt in hand, I went with it. And actually, I gave it the nod from the hockey mask. It does come original with the other nod. It gives it a nice pop too, a little Christmassy, a little Gridmassy, if you will, but definitely some Rainbow Six Call of Duty vibes, ghost vibes, if you will. So really cool head sculpt. Loving what they did here with this K-Heavy, really high-tech modern weapons. So you can see it almost looks like a pistol there for the grenade launcher part. Yeah, overall, I thought this was a very cool mashup. I'm going to call him my Crimson Death Viper. So that's the fun about G.I. Joe Classified and Gridiron Studios, is creating your own mashups in your kit bash. The only complaint I would have is that this blast effect is really loose on here. It doesn't quite have a snug fit. Might have to use some tools, maybe the end of a kitchen knife or a blade to further it. It's a little loose, so if you mess around with it for a bit, it'll fly off. Of course, I'm doing the video, so it's going to stick on like hot sauce. But all right, guys, next one up. And as promised, I've got the tactical hockey mask with the nods. It's part of the Tunnel Assault, of course, the Tunnel Rat loadout. I'm hoping to get that new M60 because we have the Night Force Tunnel Rat. Mine's on the way. I'm way out in Cali, so whenever something comes from Pulse, it comes. It's snail mail, guys, snail mail. So I'm probably not going to get it for a few days. Didn't want to wait, but once I get that Night Force Tunnel Rat, I'll do a little review, hopefully with the new M60 chain gun. Looking forward to that. But just to kind of give you a preview, the reason this is important to me is because we've got 2 Tunnel Rats. So for me, I don't need to have 2 exact Tunnel Rats. One of them can sport this tactical hockey mask and whatnot. And while I already had the hockey mask, I'm just going to get the M60 and then just add it to this and kind of see which Tunnel Rat I want to leave alone and which I want to gridiron up. The other tactical face mask I grabbed from Gridmas was this Halloween Myers mask with the nods. Really cool. Actually, look at that. It could just be a Death Squad troop. A Python Patrol Death Squad instead of this goofy kind of officer trooper thing going on. Now, I love what they did with the officer. This was one of my favorites when I ranked the Python Patrol. So I'm seeing a lot at my target. They're full price, but the second that price knocks down, I'm going to grab a couple of those, mix and match, keep one as the officer slash trooper, and then a couple of these as these jet troopers. I'll have to pick up another Myers mask and have some goons, man. But I love the way this looks. And in case you wanted to see how it looked with the other nod that we got there, the night vision nod, that's a little too much green for me with this Python Patrol. But hey, options are a virtue. Next up was one of my favorites from Gridmas. It was the retro SWAT rifleman loadout. And then the key word being retro. I know some folks had an issue with Shockwave having a classic M16, but that's the whole thing. It's the retro. I love how this Uzi just tacks on right on his knife sheath. And yeah, that looks really good. Yep, much more improved than what we got with the Hasbro brand. So this gas mask is really dope. Love it. Now, a lot of you probably are like, why would you want to change what Shockwave is? Well, we're getting a Night Force Shockwave. So I asked my goons in the Toy Kind of Mood chat, I was like, guys, do you ever buy stuff in advance so you know? And that's probably what I should have done with the Tunnel Rat loadout. So I would have had that going for you guys. But yeah, it comes with this awesome walkie. Really adds to him because he doesn't have a backpack. Now, I wish when we got the shield, it had a peg to put in or something like that. So there's really no way to hold the billy club, the nightstick with him. But I like this edition. I'm leaving it like this right now. Of course, I definitely want to have Shockwave the way he is. I love the shield that came with him. But once I get the Night Force version, I'll probably give this loadout to the Night Force Shockwave. We know it's coming. It has to be. It was rumored. And also, there was a blue cap. And I left this cap just to kind of give it some more pop. But that said, I got myself a little Kit Bash hardball. Now the hat does look a little big for this Marvel Legends head, but I'm totally cool with it anyway. Because the blues are a little off, but it's a custom. It's fine. It's all right. Yeah, master key, if you will. So yeah, that's a Gridiron. But yeah, Hardball's not messing around. I think he's cool. Maybe I could get another face sculpt wider, but you don't want to keep using the same stalker face sculpt over and over and over. So definitely, like the addition of the blue cap. Maybe it could have matched with the paint, but otherwise, yeah, these two are pretty cool together. So Urban Assault Team, loving what I'm doing here with Gridiron. So some advice I'd give to you guys if you're into Gridiron Studios and third-party accessories, give yourself goals. Like definitely who do you want to soup up the most? Who needs some differentiating? To me, it was the Crimson Alley Vipers. Like we got the Alley Vipers. They essentially came with the same weapons. They're a little washed grayer, but this Tech AR pistol just looks super on it. I love how it looks with these Alley Vipers. There was another weapon that was suggested to me, but I had to shift it over to a Viper. I'll get into one sec, but this was the way to go. I just love the way the gray pops there on the mag and everything. But yeah, super dope. Give yourself goals, because otherwise you got pretty much matching weapons with your with the other Alley Viper. So if you and actually what's funny is I completely took the weapons away from my other Alley Viper and gave them all of Gridiron. Staying with Crimson, we get an HK SL8 G36 variation here, and I think it's perfect for these Crimson Vipers. Definitely wanted something to pop. The red gun's a little too bright, but I love this tech. Just something, I needed something techy, a long rifle, something wacky, crazy to help differentiate these troops from the other Vipers, and this gun certainly fits the bill. One of my other goals was to make the range Vipers even more badass than they already are. Definitely the best figures I did not include in my top 10 best G.I. Joe classifieds of 2023. I'm kind of sad about that, but if you included this OG-12C suppressed auto shotgun, got the whole drum fed thing going on and everything, but yeah, this would definitely make it. This would have been builder of the year, even over the Cobra Eel, but yeah, this thing, just with the red shells and everything. Yeah, I know his bandolier, whatever you want to call it, secondary with all the ammo is a different color, but whatever, it's Joe, it's cool, and I don't want to paint it, I don't want to replace it. He's wacky, it's nuts. Maybe he's got all kind of guns anyway. It's totally cool. So yeah, it would be cool to have the matching shells. If you're a painter and a true customizer, then go ahead and do it. But I love the way this tech gun, this OG 12C looks on them. Sticking with Vipers, we're going OG Viper here with this TAR 21 M-Lock. It is perfect for the classic Viper. It's awesome. I originally thought this would have been great for either the Crimson Alley Viper or Crimson Viper, but no, the red is very bright. It might even go great with your HISS tank troopers. I do like the guns that came with the HISS gunner, HISS driver, HISS, all that, HISS tactician. So I'm totally cool with leaving those the way that is. But in case you wanted to differentiate, this is a good one to throw with those. But I just think on the Viper with the black and everything, it's perfect. It's so futuristic. It looks great. It looks really awesome. And before we get into the big boy, just a couple of little things here. This is the Blast Effect 6-pack. It's good for, a GSM 250, AR, AK, whatever, but definitely awesome for roadblock in your heavy duty. It fits the bill. It definitely fits on nice and snug, unlike the other one I showed you earlier. So that definitely fits great. And then we got our heavy duty and then of course these loadouts are from Gridiron, so really cool there. And then a look at heavy duty. Next up, it's the moment you've been waiting for, the main event, the mobile defense system Check Point Bravo Module G1 set, play set. Love it. Gridiron's doing war sculpts, are about to do figures, and they're doing play sets. Go check these out. The whole MDS thing was awesome. I'm sad I super slept on this in the beginning, and I'm just happy to grab them. I'm going to have to grab them all. So check it out. This is my essential setup. Once I knock off the lights, boom, you see that's a working light right there on top of the defense system, and I'll show you and break it all down. Here's a look at the interior of Check Point Bravo, little buddy comedy action right there. He's got the overhead lamp light. You got a nice post rail gun here, a turret, if you will. Got Falcon hanging out with Rhodey. You can store some weapons. I have some fun shots I took with Junkyard. It's a little spot to put a doggy, and you can close that up if you want. We'll throw this in there. Close that up. Each of these pieces come out. I'll break that down in a second, but this can swivel to your liking, this barricade. A lot of flexibility, a lot of posability, just a lot of different things you can do here. And he's hanging on. Little light just clicks in and does include batteries. Easy schmeezy. Pop that right out. Turret, pop right in. You can pop them in any of these holes here. You can mix and match. It's like Lincoln Logs. And it does sound like, they do sound kind of like they're gonna snap, but they don't. They just snap in and snap on. So see? It's kind of worrisome the way it sounds, but no, they're pretty great. Man, this is awesome. Got a nice shiny gray paint. And you could tell by the work that was here. So you can kind of mix and match however you'd like. And as you can see, these all fold apart. Look at that. You can basically do whatever you guys want. I want to shine this light in the eyes of Cobra Vipers. Have at it. I want to add a turret to the side. If I can find it, I would. We have ourselves a little fort, man. That's cool. See how quick that was? How easy? Not bad, man. I gotta say, overall, this is a fantastic addition to any diorama playset. Easily fits in a DTOL. Goes greatly with the mountain howitzer. So much fun, flexibility, collect them all, build a base. Gotta go 4.5 whiskeys for Check Point Bravo. Well, hope you guys dug the video, and if you did, give it a like. Give us a subscribe if you're not already. A Toy Con and Mood. We go live every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Time, 10 o'clock Eastern. Lots of videos. We just did our best of and most anticipated G.I. Joe Classifieds of the Year. We also caught up with Mark Von Cannon from Gridiron Studios on our Gridmas special with the Terradrome. So definitely give us a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and we'll catch you all in the toy aisle. Peace.